Turkey says it has the right to explore for energy resources for its people and has actually sent in survey vessels escorted by warships to that area that you see right there on the map. Greece, for its part, is calling Turkey's action, quote, illegal. And there's even been a minor collision between two of the country's frigates already in open waters. What makes this story so odd is that both Turkey and Greece are members of NATO. And this is not sitting well with other European countries, including Cyprus, that you see there on the map as well, where the oil and gas reserves are actually found right off their coast. Of course, this is also raising questions about Turkey's so-called neo-Ottoman ambitions. Turkey say they are simply being defensive to protect their own citizens, but European watchers say what's really happening with Turkey is that President Erdogan is concerned about internal stability and territorial integrity, which is why he's willing to take on, it seems, all regional rivals of late. But the question is, to what end, right? To what end?
A plan to release more than 750 million genetically modified mosquitoes has received final approval down in Florida. The mosquitoes will be released in the Florida Keys in 2021 and 2022. And this project is designed to test if a genetically modified mosquito altered to produce female offspring that dies before hatching will be a viable alternative to spraying insecticides. The project is meant to control a mosquito species that carries several deadly diseases. The plan has been met with objections from local residents and environmental advocacy groups.
An asteroid the size of a car flew past Earth, nearly missing it. It's the closest asteroid to fly by our planet that has been recorded. And get this, astronomers say they had no idea it even happened, that it existed, until after it had passed by. Trinity Chavez has more on this story.
NASA may have updated its plans to protect Earth from an asteroid strike, but an object the size of a pickup truck about 1,800 miles away passed by our planet, making it the closest one to do so that's ever been documented. It's called 2020 QG, the asteroid that flew past Earth on Sunday, coming from the direction of the sun. And according to Paul Chodes, NASA's director for the Center Near Earth Object Studies, the agency didn't see it coming. And while the asteroid is the closest object to pass Earth ever to be reported, experts say that it's not considered dangerous and would have likely broken up in the atmosphere. However, experts say an asteroid will eventually hit Earth.
Impact of the Earth by an asteroid large enough to do damage at the surface is an extremely rare event.
According to the report, the object was detected approximately 6 hours after it flew past Earth's southern hemisphere at a speed of 27,600 miles per hour.
The governor of Georgia is no longer suing the city of Atlanta over mask wearing. Georgia's capital city wanted to make it mandatory to wear masks in all government buildings, but the state essentially said they could not do that. Well, now apparently both sides agree that they can do that, but when, where, what's the punishment for not wearing one? And will this be the new normal nationally, this Georgia policy that we're about to tell you about? Here with more on this is RT correspondent John Huddy.
Governor Brian Kemp has been one of the more controversial leaders nationally during the COVID-19 pandemic, allowing his state to reopen earlier than most others, despite skyrocketing numbers, and even suing the mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms, and the Atlanta City Council over the city's own mask mandate. Well, Kemp dropped the lawsuit Thursday, and now he signed a new executive order allowing local governments to enact mask requirements. Kemp posted a press release about the new order on Twitter, writing that it protects, quote, Georgia businesses from government overreach by restricting the application and enforcement of local masking requirements to public property. Adding, while I support local control, it must be properly balanced with property rights and personal freedoms. The order also extends the shelter-in-place requirement for those who are high risk or medically fragile and continues to ban large gatherings and the health and safety protocols for Georgia businesses, including social distancing and hand washing requirements. Some are calling the governor's order, though, a more watered-down mask mandate. That's because the mask rules in Georgia can be enforced on public property, but not on residential property, and only on private property, such as businesses, if the owner or occupant occupant agrees to enforcement. So, no fines, fees, or penalties can be slapped on private businesses or organizations, and penalties against individuals for noncompliance can't be a fine greater than $50 and cannot include any jail time.